When we develop a marketing strategy and a marketing plan, we are simply trying to plan for the future and develop a formal document that guides us through the process of implementing a specific strategy. In a nutshell, we state what business we are in and why, define our STP and marketing mix according to the changes in the external environment, and then measure if we were successful. Sounds easy enough, but the amount of commitment and work can be a daunting task. Let's take a look at the elements of a strategy and plan in order to better understand what's involved. First, we identify the firm's target market and the STP. We're going to define the marketing mix, which is the product, price, place or distribution, and promotion. And then we're going to use the STP and the marketing mix to develop a sustainable competitive advantage. A sustainable competitive advantage is something a firm can persistently do better than its competitors. There are 4 overreaching strategies in a sustainable competitive advantage. 1 is customer excellence, 2, operational excellence, 3, product excellence, and 4, location excellence. A marketing plan is a formal written document that includes the analysis of the current marketing situation. That's internal and external. It has the marketing objectives and strategy in the form of the marketing mix. It defines action programs and gives projected income and other financial statements. When we develop a marketing plan, we have a 5-step operation. Step 1, we define the business mission. What type of business are we? What do we need to do to accomplish our goals and objectives? Why are we in business? These questions must be answered at the highest levels of the corporate organization before marketing executives can get involved. 2, we're going to conduct a situation analysis. This is where the business determines what is happening in the external environment and how the internal environment matches. We do this with a SWOT analysis. A SWOT analysis defines what strengths and weaknesses are, and strengths and weaknesses are considered internal. This means that the business has the ability to determine the marketing mix and how the STP will be defined. Opportunities and threats are external. This means that the business has little control on what happens and must adjust the marketing mix and the STP as the external environment changes. When we talk about the external environment, the areas that we have very little control over of the business, we're going to look at 5 of the most common that we review: social culture, competition, political legal, technology, and economy. Keep in mind that whenever we are doing an external evaluation, there's a tendency for businesses sometimes to only look at it through their organization. So if I do that, I may end up trying to twist my advantages or disadvantages, try to downplay those in the external review. The best thing to do when doing an external review is to assume that your business does not exist. That way you can get a better idea of the true external environment. The external environment is key. Most changes in the marketing mix will result due to changes in the external environment. For social culture, this can be a shifting demographic or it can be shift in tastes. Competition, new entries, new products, new delivery methods. Political legal, change in regulation or law that can make a product or service illegal or make a new market. For instance, sugar drinks. We get regulation, governments, social trends can change this also, but we may end up having a situation where we were the largest provider of sugary drinks and now there's a shift away either through legal issues or social. Same thing with marijuana. Marijuana a few years ago was not something that a person could openly sell. Now there's a whole new market that's opened up because of the political legal world. Technology. changes that require updates, improvements, new delivery. Probably the one that has impacted retail the most in the last several years is the advent of the internet due to the ability to do online shopping. Economy. Recession can be good for staples, it can be bad for luxury goods. On the other hand, if you have a very good economy, then luxury goods can be an increase in sales and you have a different approach to it. The idea is that external environment are things that a business really can't do much to affect. So we have to adjust our marketing mix and the STP to meet those changes. Number 3, we're going to evaluate and identify opportunities using STP, which is your segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Opportunities our external environment are addressed using the STP. Is there a segment we're missing? Is there a new segment that's been developed because of the external environment? If so, how do we define the segment and develop the target market and position the brand to take advantage of those changes in the external environment? Number 4, we're going to implement the marketing mix and allocate resources. We're going to develop a product and value creation. Does the customer perceive the product as a good value? They want to buy it? Price and value capture. Price the product too high and the customer may not buy it if they don't perceive a value. Price the product too low and you may leave profit on the table. Place and value delivery. Where will the customer look or expect to find the product? Part of the value may be due to where the customer can find the product. Promotion and value communication. This is our integrated marketing communication, or IMC. What are the best ways to communicate with the target? There's a combination that can provide clarity, consistency, and maximum communicative impact. Step 5. Evaluate performance using marketing metrics. A metric is a measuring system that quantifies a trend, dynamic, or characteristic. Typically, there will be multiple metrics that will determine the success of the marketing plan. The metrics will be determined by the marketing objectives and strategies in the form of the marketing mix, the action programs, and the projected income or other financial statements. The marketing plan is the guide, and the success will be determined by how well the criteria above are met. A quick review. Firms attempt to develop a sustainable competitive advantage, which is something that is difficult for competitors to duplicate. Upper management must define the overall purpose of the firm's existence and give guidance and allocate resources before the marketing department can become involved. External factors are key. As those change, so does the business STP and marketing mix. The marketing plan is a formal document that analyzes the current marketing situation, defines the STP and marketing mix, implements the action programs, and projects income and other pro forma financial information. Once a business has formally developed a strategy and plan and have developed the metrics to measure success, the process or annual changes or updates can be less daunting. On the other hand, a major change in one of the external factors can put a business back to square one. The point is, developing a marketing strategy and plan is not a linear process, nor is it sequential. It's an ongoing and is required to have regular evaluation.